the unit itself, we've had a Macmillan cancer unit here for a number of years, but we realised probably a couple of years ago that really the service was not being provided to the standard that we wanted it to be provided to, really because it was cramped, the number of services that we were able to provide and wanted to provide had increased, and that it really didn't fit modern practice anymore. And it was a real bonus that we were able to get £400,000 from Macmillan, which we added another £420,000 to, both as a mixture of donations, charitable funds and a contribution from the Trust, to allow us to build this £800,000.
This is one of these nice projects which comes together when the clinical side meets the patient side, meets fundraising, whether that's Macmillan or through the Trust. So I think it's really a fabulous example of good collaboration. The other thing that's interesting about this project is it's a great example of how we need to move with the times, because it is building on something which is in some ways only 12 years old, but recognising that standards have moved on, that the number of people being looked after who have cancer has moved on, because nobody ever hears a speech from me where I don't say there are 2 million people living with cancer in the UK today and it's going to be 4 million by 2030. So we need to plan for that, and we need to have more and better services where people live in the community, and I think this is a completely fabulous example of that.
Say some thank yous to listeners of KLFM who donated over £2,600 towards purchasing a couple of our chemotherapy chairs, and I was laughing and saying that our medical director did the appeal, and my PA, who was his secretary at the time, said on one occasion she woke up one evening, having had a very hassly day with him during the day, and woke up, turned the radio on and discovered he was on the radio as well. But it was clearly effective because the subliminal messages meant that we had some super donations. So thank you to Simon, who's a presenter at KLFM, and his wife, who works in oncology, for making that happen.
The other end.
It's only 2 hours.
We have to do this with cameras.
Thank you, Kieran. Thank you for that very much.